Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. I'm doing a recording today regarding people who bust your boundaries in a nice way. People who are busting your boundaries in a nice way. And the reason I'm bringing this up is to help some of you who are confused and maybe prey to toxic individuals, and you're really needing to sharpen your skills at understanding who could potentially be not toxic in the future and who is worthy of your efforts in equal relationship. So it becomes very important whenever you want to keep yourself toxic free and you want to live a life of peace and harmony and beauty and joy and fulfill your purposes. You have to become keen and aware of your relationship environment, of who you're letting in your life. And you have to make sure that those people in your life are respectful of your boundaries and that they don't have some sort of ulterior motive, and they're not a narcissist or a psychopath or a sociopath or someone who seeks to manipulate you and control you or use you in some way. So you want to make sure that you become very astute at noticing the red flags and the warning signs of people that mean you no good and that may potentially harm you. So one of the things that you want to watch out for, especially as narcissists begin and toxic people that want to use you and exploit you, as they begin to get more sophisticated in their manipulation techniques, they will have to change because there's all this information about narcissists out there. And like Quinn says, you have to make sure that they're evolving and they're getting better at fooling you and tricking you. And also just people in general are good at getting what they want in a way that may not be obvious. So you want to be careful about certain personality types and certain red flags that occur. And one of those red flags you want to watch out for is people who are really super nice but busting your boundaries. You're setting a boundary and they're nicely trying to break in and break through, okay? Because you have boundaries up as a personal protection. You put your boundary up, especially like if someone is coming at you and love bombing you and trying really hard to pursue you for a romantic relationship, and you owe it to yourself to keep people that you just meet at a distance. Because if you let strangers into your life, they can get control of you because they can get close to you and find out about you. And if you're someone who's open and you need friends and you want a friend, and they can come around and be there as a friend. But you want to make sure that you do not let anyone in quickly. You want to take your sweet time getting to know people, because people unfold. And people that are healthy and people that are good for you are going to respect your requests and your limits and your boundaries. They're not going to try to slide in and try to get closer to you than what you're ready for. So, and also people who are toxic and wish to exploit you may be super sweet. And you would never in a million years imagine that this person who is so kind to you, so sweet to you, talks with a sweet voice, or maybe their Facebook profile just seems real down to earth and nice and sweet and kind and empathetic and humble and all of these things. So that's kind of what your mind, because you can't really make judgments. You can't necessarily figure everything out about a person until you can't figure out everything about a person every single time. So your mind just makes decisions based upon what it sees. Oh, this person seems so sweet. They have, puppies on their Facebook. Oh, this person seems so sweet. They just offered to come over. Oh, this person seems so sweet. They're available for me all the time. Oh, this girl seems so sweet. She's got the sweetest voice. And your mind tries to make automatic decisions about the person's character and safety before it's warranted. So what you have to do is be very diligent of protecting yourself, because you are a valuable person. And people who are awesome and amazing and have empathy and have qualities and have resources are going to be prey, or going to be, we have social media now and people can see you and people are going to go, wow, I'd like, exploitative people are going to be attracted to you because you're amazing. And so you have to learn to have your shield up. You have to learn to guard yourself and keep yourself from people that will exploit you and want to take you down and want to take everything that you have within, your inside stuff, your goodie. They want your goodie. And so you have to protect that goodie, and you have the right to protect yourself. You have the duty to protect yourself. And anyone that will not respect your boundaries, even if they're being nice, that's called disrespect. People that are being nice to you can also disrespect you. So don't equate the fact that someone's being really super helpful, sweet, kind, available, empathetic seemingly, or, has sweet qualities like their voice or photos or things that make them seem sweet. Do not underestimate the power of someone to disguise themselves. And just because someone is being super nice doesn't mean that their actions are respectful. What you need to look for is people that are respectful and realize your value as a human being and realize your job as a gatekeeper and a guard of your heart, and learn that people can fool you if you are not aware that nice people, just because they're nice, just because they're making offers, just because they're bringing you flowers, just because they're bringing you gifts, just because they're validating you and telling you that you're beautiful, or they're flattering you, or just because they have a down-home voice that sounds real, that country voice, or just because they have qualities that you associate, maybe they're good looking and handsome or sweet face or whatever, just because they have qualities that seem nice, really watch their actions. And, I love what Quinn said about, you need to test people and vet people and decide if you want to let them in your life. And so just because someone's nice and, if they are not respecting you, which means you ask them, if you say, I'm available on such and such day, we can meet. And then they continuously try to reach out and try to contact you. And you've already told them that you can meet them next week, but they are being really pushy. That's called disrespect. It's also love bombing, but it's not a very good example because it's actually repulsive, but that's another subject. But, you have a tendency to go, oh, this person's so nice. They want to be around me. I'll go ahead and respond to this text. They're so nice. They have other nice qualities, and we already have plans for Friday. Oh, I'll just go ahead and respond. And then before you know it, you're wrapped up in their agenda because they've disrespected your boundary. So it's very important to keep people at a distance in the beginning, especially until you have vetted them and made sure that they are a quality person. And we'll go into that more in future audio on how to vet someone. But this is part of that, is no matter how sweet they are, if they are not respecting what you have requested of them, then they need to be really pushed away. And don't be afraid to walk away from people. You have to have a backbone. You're not here to please people. You're not here to be a doormat. You're here to be a strong person who fulfills your purposes. So don't be afraid to block. Don't be afraid to delete. Don't be afraid to be blunt and say no. Now, if you have someone who is repeatedly busting your boundaries, repeatedly violating your boundaries, repeatedly disrespecting you, they are not someone you want to set another boundary with. You don't want to be frustrated by someone, because someone who is doing this to you is not worth your time. It means that they need to go somewhere else and learn respect and learn how to respect, because you're worthy of respecting and you're not going to waste your time on people that have low level of consciousness where they think that they have a right to exploit you. So don't be afraid to walk away from people who are disrespecting you, even in a nice voice, even in a nice way, even if there's a cognitive distortion in your mind that says, wait, they look really nice, they sound really nice, surely they are nice. Yeah, they're being a little bit overbearing. They're being a little bit needy. They're actually smothering me, but and I'm actually, but they're nice. So, what's the word? What? How bad could they be? They're nice. They care about me. I would be such a bad person if I were to walk away from somebody who cares about me. No, ma'am. No, sir. You are not responsible for the feelings of other people. You're only responsible for taking care of yourself. And if that person feels bad about you taking care of yourself, that's their problem. Because I guarantee if you worry about how these abusive people and disrespectful people feel, then you're going to be prey to toxic people. And your life is going to be wasted. Your energy is going to be wasted. Your life energy and your purposes are going to be taken off track. You're going to be taken off track, and you're not going to be where you're supposed to be, where with your higher self, with your truth, your true self. You're not going to actualize if you're wasting time with people who are disrespecting you. I don't care how sweet and how innocent and how kind and how nice and how giving and how seemingly loyal. All new people need to back off. Okay? Do not let people rush you. Very important. Watch out for nice people. I know that sounds so sad because traditionally we've been taught that nice people are either nice or mean, and mean people go away, or mean people, we've still got to be nice to them because we're good people. We have to be nice to everybody because we're so nice. And anybody that's nice, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I want to be a nice person. Well, let me tell you, in today's day and age, if you have that attitude, you're going to get slammed. You're going to get body slammed. It's going to be like you're in the MMA ring with no training. You need to know that there is no rules for some people. They don't have any character, any integrity. They don't have any concern for you. All they want to do is kill, steal, and destroy. That's, an extreme way of saying they just want to take you down. They want to win. You have something that they want, and they want to control you, and they want power over you, and they want to exploit you, and they want to use you for their own self-esteem. So, no, I'm sorry, you cannot. I'm a warrior, and I know who you are. And it doesn't mean you walk around suspicious, but you walk around suspicious. I mean, you don't just let anybody come in your circle. You need to treat yourself like you are a jewel. You're a rare diamond. You are a pile of gold. And you've got to put up boundaries, protection, lock, key. Nobody gets in. And somebody who's trying to love bomb their way in, watch out for those because they're getting more and more tricky. And they look sweet. So yes, there are some true narcissist people that you can just see them and you're like, oh my God, what a catfish. What a narcissist. I don't ever want to be around that person. But there are others that are more stealthy, toxic people who play the nice game and, oh, let's do this, and oh, we can do this, or also the victim, the wounded bird, like, oh, I have this problem and I need help. You've got to stay on top of things because you are too valuable to be out there and without protection, without the knowledge and understanding and wisdom, and understanding that even if they're nice, they can mean you no harm. They can mean you no good, and they can harm you, and they can take from you. So tell everyone who's new in your life, have succinct boundaries. And if they refuse to respect those boundaries, don't set more boundaries and get in the quandary with them. That is somebody that's wasting your time. It's a distraction from your purpose. So block, delete, remove, get away from me. You are a pile of gold. You are worthy and beautiful and amazing. And nobody gets access to you if they're not going to respect you. That's a really great way to tell if somebody's truly nice. Because if somebody's just pretending to be nice, they're going to get ticked off when you set a boundary and you say, get away. They're going to get mad because they're not really nice. There was something underneath the surface that they were trying to do to you. Okay? So you really want to be very conscientious of how you're feeling, because if you feel disrespected, if you feel smothered by someone, that is a red blinking light that they are not good for you, that they are not out for your best interest, and how they're acting right now will change because they have masks. So if somebody is nice and overriding your boundaries and not respecting your boundaries, watch out. Because what you need to look at is how you feel. Do you feel respected? And if you don't know the difference, then that's something we need to work on, and I'll do a video on it maybe in the future. Okay, I love to get your comments. I love that you're here, and I'm just going to keep doing these videos, and hopefully I'll get this good information out. Okay, talk to you soon.